Hello Tribers! I was just thought to do it this way. I grew up and learned from my parents and relatives. We're always doing this thing this way when I was a kid. Sounds familiar? Does this mean that this is kind of a belief program and is set in stones in your subconscious and cannot be transformed? Let's check this out. Did you ever have that kind of afterthought? Oh, I could do this differently. I do not understand why did I do this. If so, you are a victim of your subconscious programs that gets fired as a response to some circumstances or events you find yourself in. Usually those kinds of programs are hard to notice until they actually are executed, or I should say until it is too late, at least in some situations. How many times did you get yourself in troubles because of that kind of automatic reaction? That's it. This is the explanation of what your subconscious programs are. Those are your beliefs that are fired automatically as a response to some circumstances and make you act according to the information that is written in them. Some of them are quite useful, save you from many dangers, like getting burned when you see fire or getting bitten when you see a wild animal. Some of them get you in trouble, like when you start a fight just because someone hurts your feelings, or you do nothing because you get scared that people will talk about you. During your childhood and early teenagehood, you learn and code in yourself those programs in your subconscious by observing and doing things. If you are prized, you learn that your act is a good thing and worth effort. When you are punished, you learn that better it is not doing this thing again, or in some circumstances to not get caught, right? You have also seen and heard others, maybe your siblings, your parents, neighbors, finally in TV shows, about things that are good or bad. This kind of knowledge shaped your beliefs, create who you are. Your programs, you're now acting according to them. Can you do something about that? Some people, maybe you too, believe that this is the way they now have to be for the rest of their life, that there is nothing or very little to be done. I was one of these people as well. I always said, well, this is who I am, this is how I act. And it is fine to some this thing, though sometimes I got mad at myself, especially when it gets to the point that I would love to do something, but because of who I am and how I was raised, I could not. Or rather, I believe I could not. Either because I was thinking that this would be impossible for me, or that if I would do this, it will be kind of like a betrayal of myself and my uprising. All these fates and beliefs lead me to one disaster after another, sometimes to some winnings as well. It is not that all my life I was suffering and making mistakes and so on, though most of the time they were unpleasant things. I was reproducing everything I was taught in my childhood, everything that was set in my subconscious as a program that now or until now was fired automatically in some circumstances without me even noticing or understanding why. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you experience similar things? But there is a good news. You can change your program. You can rewrite it. It will, as usual, require some work, some repetitions, but hey, you still want to get yourself in trouble and unpleasant situations? Don't you have enough of that? Don't you want to finally enjoy your life? Or maybe you prefer to do nothing and agree with some people's sayings. Hey, be satisfied with what you have. You should be happy having what you have. You should be happy that it wasn't worse. Which option do you prefer? I hope the first one. So how can you reprogram yourself, your subconscious? First, find why you do something. What's trigger your programs? What is happening just before you, for example, get mad or feel an irresistible need for some junk food. This kind of knowledge gives you power and awareness of when you are setting yourself on autopilot and running the program automatically. Because of this, you can now observe your surroundings and either avoid those triggering situations or consciously choose a different response to them. Another way to override your programs is to plan how would you respond to some situations, to present situation. How would you behave in a given circumstances? What would you do? What would you say? Do this as a kind of role play. See yourself in this kind of situation, visualize it with as many details as possible. What you are wearing, what can you feel, what you hear, how are you feel, what is happening and how you react. Play those scenarios over and over in your head to make them sink in your subconscious. Lastly, I cannot not mention affirmations, right? I know that some might say that those do not work. I will not argue with this. Like with everything in life, some methods work for once when for others work something different. However, what I used to say, keep an open mind and just give it a go. Put in these affirmations as many feelings, as much effort you can invoke in yourself, and try it for some time, not like just one day or 2 days. I usually try something for a minimum of 21 days, as I found that this is the bare minimum of time after which I know if something works, kind of works, or not work at all. But feel free to experiment with those and other techniques and time periods as well. If you found something interesting, or maybe you already have something that works for you, please share it in the comment, and as I'm sure that me and others will be grateful for that. So now you know that a lot of time you react to your life using programs from your subconscious created in your early years of life. You learn also that it does not have to be this way, and you can override these programs. We discover also a few methods that can be used for this purpose. In any case, you would like to know more or need some support, I would love to help you with this. Just drop me a message on the links provided below. Blessings upon you, my friend.